What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 6 of the 4-Player Co-Pod. I'm your host, Ray Echo. To my right, I have Alex Crespo.
Hi, I'm Pro Kingdom Hearts.
To my left, I have Irma Gutierrez.
There are no strings on me.
And down on the far left, Big Poppy Miggs.
What's up, guys?
So, we read your comments. We looked at all the feedback. You wanted Peter out. He's gone. No, we're just kidding. He's off at boot camp. We wish him luck. He'll be back next week. Yeah. And Irma is filling in. So, what are we going to be talking about this week? There's plenty of announcements that came out this past week with the Game Developers Conference, GDC 2015, and game announcements, as well as new tech that was showcased. So one of the first pieces that we're going to talk about is Nvidia's new console, the Shield. Now, we're not talking Agents of Shield, we're talking Shield in general. Remember their first console? It was also called Nvidia Shield, and it was a controller with a little tablet screen on it, and they tried to pawn that off on us as a console. Now, they came back, and the Nvidia Shield is back, except this time it's a set-up top box for your living room, and it looks very sleek. It looks nice, but other than that, what's the tech behind it, and can it be a real good game console for you? So Irma, I know that you've been researching the console as well, so just tell me the things that you like about it.
I like that I can play Steam games on it. I like that it doesn't cost that much, and you can just take it anywhere and plug it in and do something with it.
I believe it's $200, right, for the system?
Yeah,
Yep.
$199.
Yep. Tech behind it is Nvidia tech, of course, and it's like one of their strongest processors that they're using right now. But obviously, we know from experience that it's just not about the power behind the console. It's about what can you do with it. What are the games that can be played? So one of the things that the Nvidia Shield is trying to do is their new streaming service. They're calling it Grid, and if you remember the other streaming services like OnLive and Gakkai that Sony bought and ended up turning into PlayStation Now. So this is in the same vein as those things, but do you really think that technology has come far enough where the average consumer, with our crappy Comcast connections or AT&T connections, that we could actually stream games to the point where we're actually playing them and you don't feel the latency, the lag, as you would call it?
I mean, I have a pretty good internet connection with AT&T, and I struggle to stream some stuff on Netflix.
Right.
That's going to be a big problem.
Right.
I think the biggest thing.
Yeah.
We're just not ready for it.
I mean,
it's great technology and everything.
I mean, if you can stream it directly from your computer, laptop, whatever you have, to the Shield box, whatever you call it.
Right.
That would be great, but you have to have your internet connection to it instead of having just a computer hooked up to it directly. That's just, I don't think many people have that internet connection needed for that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a grid, like a cloud where you put all your games, why not just do that instead of have it connected to where you actually have your games?
You mean like on the cloud versus local storage, basically?
Right.
Well, I think the reason why is because they're giving you first off a license to play it, right? So the Grid works as a subscription service. So you subscribe, and then they'll give you access to whatever price plan that you get, depending, I guess. They haven't released that information, but I'm assuming like other subscription services, you pay for a plan, and they're like, okay, all these games are yours to play. Like kind of like Netflix, all these movies, all these TV shows are yours to watch. And exactly, every month. So what I'm thinking about is, they don't want the consumer being able to download the game locally and be like, okay, I'm going to download this, I'm going to play it. All right, now I'm going to uninstall it. I'm going to grab this one. They don't want that. They want to have it so that their servers could send you the data, and as they send you the data, you play it as a stream. Kind of like as Netflix, how you watch movies.
And that's how you're dependent on having a great connection, like more than 25 megabytes up to 50. That would be a good range.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I mean, they have two different services, or two different, compatibility like ranges for you to go by. And one of them is called just Grid, regular Grid. And that one, they say, you should have at least 5 megabytes per second, or in the upwards, if you really want to have a good experience at 720p, you want to have at least 15. Now, Grid Plus is like the HD service. So that's like saying, okay, I want faster frames per second. I want 60 frames per second. I want 1080p. Yeah, it's great, but like a lot of these games don't even natively run at 1080p or at 60 frames per second. But for
20, I believe.
It's gonna
For
put
the non-interesting games.
yeah, it's gonna put a
Right.
strain. Put
So
a strain on you.
it'll put a strain on you. Because that one, they said the minimum for that is 15 megabytes per second. But, you know, if you really want to have a good time, you want to have 50 megabytes per second. And then
Yeah.
one of the developers, they asked him, like, you know, what is your dream, like, speed? So that people could have this experience and experience no lag whatsoever, you know, no connection issues, and they could play their games without having to worry about it. And he said, yeah, like 150. So, like, you know, it's like we're far off from that just because of the way that our internet providers are working with us and, you know, certain areas in the country. I mean, we live in a well-populated city and we have trouble. So how is somebody in the middle of Alabama or in the middle of Arkansas in the Everglades, how are they going to be able to play these games, you know, that's totally cloud dependent, you know, and internet dependent? It's hard.
When the zombie apocalypse hits, there's not going to be any internet. How are you going to play?
Yeah, you basically got a box.
Nice
Got a
callback.
shiny box.
Well, you can always throw it at the zombie and hopefully you kill it.
It looks really pointy.
Yeah, the game is real life
Yeah.
now.
Nvidia Shield comes out this May, and it's gonna be priced like we said at $200.
Pretty good.
It's good because of, I think, just the price point alone. Maybe at $200 it wouldn't be a bad idea. But in this generation, my opinion, where we have these next generation consoles, this isn't a step forward. This is more of a sidestep.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need to actually, you know, be sticking with those two main consoles that we're used to, and you know, just go from there. The Shield really isn't going to bring anything new to us that we haven't felt before. The interface is good. The interface is nice. It runs on Android's iOS system, and it runs fast because of the Nvidia tech. But what can you do with it? You know.
I mean, you might as well spend a couple of $100s more and buy an actual good PC that will last you a couple of years.
Right.
And
Or a
you're
new
better off.
graphics card.
Right.
And you can get it.
And RAM.
Yeah.
Yep.
My PC is already outdated. That's the only good selling point that this console has now, because I mean, my PC is still good, but I don't really need it for gaming if I have that thing.
Yeah, and now with the Steam box, though, because Valve is making their own console, and it's basically just
Sold.
you know, the same concept as the Shield, except it's made by Steam, made for Steam with Steam interface, and it's made to PC specs basically, where you could play these games at high settings. You know, the different boxes they have 3 different boxes at different prices and different, of course, like power and performance. So you could basically just buy one of those and say goodbye to your PC. If you're a casual PC gamer and you just want to play your games off Steam, buy a Steam box.
And Steam basically has everything you want.
Yeah.
Or at least most of what
Everything.
you buy on PC, they would have it.
You don't need an Xbox.
Exactly.
Yep, so sorry this Nvidia Shield topic turned into a huge endorsement for the Steam box. But Steam, if you're watching us, send us money and we'll keep talking about it. I don't
We
know.
love you.
I don't know. But that's the Nvidia Shield. I want to know what you guys think. Talk to us in the comments. Let us know. Is this going to be your next console? Is this the poor man's PS4? Or is this just something that you're just going to discard and it's going to do horrible, it's going to flop? Let us know.